you made a comment as we had that previous discussion that I want to expand on a little bit, and this might it might ruffle some feathers, but that's okay. One of the statements that you made is you said back then, before social media, you had to prove that you could catch them. And one of the things that I always talk with when I get asked by people, particularly people new to the industry side of it, or someone who wants to develop a pro angling career, I always tell them, make sure you can catch them. Because I think one of the things with social media, it's easy to put up a Facebook page that says pro angler. Back when I started, and I'm guessing it was the same when you started, the first thing you had to do is you had to show people that you could catch them and had some expertise. And then from there, for me at least, it was, well, how do I get the word out about the things that I do? And, for lack of a better way of putting it, how do I show people that I can catch them? That's still a big part of it, and I think that's one of the things where maybe social media, I guess at least for me, is part of it that I don't like, is you can be a pro angler on a Facebook page, but that doesn't mean necessarily that you can catch them. That's a pretty important part of it, isn't it?
Oh, it definitely is. I mean, if you and that's what's kind of weird, is the sport's almost gone in two different directions, where you've got a good chunk of guys out there that are making a lot of money in this industry, and they don't even fish tournaments. They just have the YouTube channel, and they've got good video content and good social media presence. And they are making a living at it. And some of them are making the jump over to fish some tournaments, and finding out it's not that easy. But yeah, you still, if you're wanting to be in my eyes, and everybody looks at this different, because in the sport you don't get handed a pro card.
Right.
It's not like golf where, hey, here's your pro card and you can lose it. It depends on, I guess, what level you're fishing at, where they consider you a pro. But everybody has a different view even on that. So yes, I agree with you. I mean, if you're gonna fish tournaments or do things, you still gotta catch them. You got to be able to get out there and prove it. And, and it's almost like some of that, the downside to it too is, unless you're continually doing well, and there are obviously those guys at the top level that continually do well and do catch them consistently. There's so many trails now. There's so many, I think right now there's like pretty much 3 pro level trails between what MLF has bought up. You got Bass, and now you have the new NPFL, the National Professional Fishing League. There's a new winner every weekend, so it's almost getting more and more difficult to just be a pro angler at the tournament scene. You have to be the full package now. So you got to be able to get out there, catch them, do well in tournaments, and also have all that social media presence in the video stuff. I mean, Brandon Palnick's a great example. He's done it all. I mean, he's fishing at the top level. He's very good. He's consistent. He's got a camera crew that follows him around everywhere, is documenting everything, and he's putting out good video content. So, he's the complete package that's doing it all. And there's a few other guys that are doing the same thing. I mean, Zaldain's doing a lot now with that. He's got his series. So they've figured it out, and it's some of the younger guys that's what you got to do to really completely make it in this industry. It's like everything else. It's technology, and it's changed things.
Right. But again, the two guys that you referenced right there, Palaniuk and Zaldain, those are guys that have proven they can catch them, and that's a big part of it. And, and that's for me, like I started in, it was tournaments and it was guiding. And, then from there it was, how do I get the word out? Well, and both of those, if you don't catch them, you're not going to survive very long in the tournament game. You're certainly not going to survive as a fishing guide either. And that's where it's changed now. It seems like we move very quickly from, I can catch them, to how do I get the word out? And I'm a little bit old school, so sometimes I wonder about that. But I think you're spot on that you need to be the complete package. And because that's the other thing too, not only do you have to catch them, but there's people that can catch them that want to be pros that aren't so good at communicating what they're doing. So that part's really important as well too. So